Good morning, everybody. It's March 8th. Today, you're going to need a band for your legs, a pair of weights, and an optional band for your arms that we can interchange with the weights in a couple of different things, or you can add that on for more intensity. You're also going to need a chair towards the very end. And we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to do today is a low back assessment. And this is just a gentle way for you to try to figure out, how's my back doing today? So what I want you to do is I want you to stand with your feet together. Make sure you're in a place where you can reach out and grab it if you need to. Stand with your feet together. One of the few times I ask you to lock your legs out, you're going to let your arms rest. You're not going to force them to do anything. So you're going to lock your legs out and you're going to go ahead and begin sticking your butt back. And you're just going to go forward and you'll stop here. So remember, your knees are locked and you don't want to bend, you don't want to round your back. You want to keep your hips forward and you just want to go as low as you can. Hold it there. And then chin up, roll yourself back up. Never put yourself into the position that you're hurting yourself when you do this. So when you roll down and do it, if you get to a point where your back says, out, that's where you stop and you come back up immediately. And remember to lift your chin as you're coming back up, because what that does is it helps your back to reset into that normal position versus if your chin is tucked. Because remember, when your chin is tucked, your back follows that curve. Your back follows a curve when your chin goes down. All right. So in that particular position, just kind of remember how it felt. We're going to do what we call a jaw glide release. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your fingers against the right side of your jaw, and you're going to push your jaw to the right. And then you're gently going to let it come back to the left. Because here's the thing. If you're pushing against your jaw when you push to the right, it's going to try to snap back to the left because you're pushing on it. That's where you have to be very careful not to let it come back. So you push and return, and it's going to go further. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do on the left side. So you're going to push and you're going to make it go to the left. 1, 2, be gentle. 3, 4, and 5. And then for an added bonus one, we're going to put our fingers on our chin and we're simply going to push it out and pull it back in. So you're going to go 1 and return. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sounds crazy when you count that, doesn't it? Let's put our feet back together. Lock your knees out. Roll your hips back, keeping your back in good position here for your lumbar, and reach towards your toes. And see if you got to go a little bit further. Of course, you're not stretched out. That's fine. And then just roll yourself back up. Lift that head. Roll yourself back up into good position. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths once we get to the top. Remember, you're breathing from your belly button up to your clavicle. Fill that entire container. So we're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 2, and then down and clear it out for 6. Ready? Two more. Last one. All right. Go ahead and lift your heels for me. Do 8 count lift on that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 knee lifts. And you want to kind of turn those to the outside, getting that little bit of a stretch on. Now we're going to be doing 9 things today. I probably did more than 10. That's fine. We're going to be doing 9 things today. And we're going to be using the band. So what I'm going to ask you to do is put your band on right now at below knee level. Sit down if you need to, and then stand back up. Dun, 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 dun. Remember, if at any time the tool you're using becomes a hindrance to you, remove it and continue doing what we're doing. So for the most part, we're going to keep the band on until we need to take it off. So it's going to stay on the legs. Your legs are going to be actively engaged in some way, shape, or form using the band for the most part. We're going to start by doing a side step jack. We will do that for 50 seconds. We will have 15 seconds to get ready to go into the next exercise, which will then be an arm exercise. We're going to do bicep curls. And the only reason I'm telling you this now is so that you can think about your choice. We're going to do side step jack. We're going to go into bicep curls. You can pick up your weights and just curl. Totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to add to that, before you pick your weights up, you would slide, not right now, you would slide your band on like this and then pick up your weights. And if you're like me and can't actually actively lift weights, you just use the band. So you have a choice. No weights, no band, weights, band, or both. So be thinking about that because that's the first big choice you're going to have to make right after we get started. So coordinating all of these things. Dun, dun, dun. We're just going to get started and roll right into it. I will be able to cue you into what we're doing, so there's not any major changes. We're going to start with our side step jack. So let me turn this on and do our 5-second countdown. 3, 2, 1. So side step jack looks like this. So begin by gently bringing the elbows up to at least shoulder level. And if I'm going too fast for you, step slower and you can take a bigger movement. You can straighten your arms out at that point. So you're going to get a workout whether you're going fast or slow. Remember, we're in kind of stretch mode right now. We have 20 seconds left. Next thing we're doing is the biceps with the band, with the weights, whatever combination you want to do. 2 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a good shake. All right. If you want to use the band, you slip that on first. Otherwise, pick up your weights. I will demonstrate for the first. This is what it looks like with both. And you're just holding your arms apart with the band creating resistance. And you just lift and lower. Again, you get to choose your level. All right. I'm going to put my weights down and keep going with just the band because of the bend. Excellent. After this, we're going to take the band off and we're going to do hip hinges, leaving the band on our legs exactly where it is. Good. Looking good. Nice modifications for everybody. 3, 2, 1. Put your weights down, take your band off. Roll your shoulders and take your feet into resistance, to spread position. Make sure your knees are going out. Roll your hips back. Tuck your belly button in right into your hamstrings. We're going to hold the hamstrings for the 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and begin a little pulse. And then we're going to begin a bigger pulse where you come up just a little bit. Remember, you're raising and lowering from the hips. The hips are opening and closing. So it's not you lifting your chest up so much as your hips are propelling things up and down. Good. That's what we want to see. Nice. Remember, your chin should be facing, you should be looking out at 45 degrees and not necessarily down. 3, 2, 1. We're going to roll it up, close it up, and take your band down to ankle level. We're going to be doing lunge pulse. So we're going to step back with our left foot, plant our toe, and push our heel. So here's where we're going. We're going to step back and push. Now, we're doing this for the entire 50 seconds with the one leg. When this becomes easy, you simply close your foot and step back a little further. You're coming into more and more of a lunge. So you're allowed to adjust and adapt in this particular position as many times as you need to. That resistance is low and at the ankle. This is the longest part of the lever, pushing that heel back. Good upper posture, so you're able to breathe. Good. And usually I alternate this, but I wanted to do one leg each on it. So today's that day. 3, 2, 1. Carefully slide that leg in. Shake it out. And we're going to take the right leg back this time. So take it into toe position and wait. Don't start without me here. 3, 2, 1. Begin that heel push. Remember, you got to warm this leg up too. And when you've successfully mastered this one, just take that little step in and step back a little further. One leg might be stronger than another. You may have to take multiple steps to really challenge yourself. That's okay. I'm going to do one more. And again, of course, make sure your posture is upright, that you're able to breathe. Get some good work. Good Achilles down there. Looking good, everybody. We'll bring this back up to knees when we're done. And then we're going to pick up our weights for long push. 2, 1, step it in. Shake it out. Pull it up to below knees real quickly for me. Pick up your weights. We're going to do kickbacks or long push. I'll start off with the kickbacks, which is elbows up. And you just extend and return. Now, most of the time when we do this, we start out by looking down. Once you figured out what you're doing, go ahead and raise that chin up so that your back stays in good position. The other thing you can do in this same position is you keep your arms long and push them straight back. So you just don't have the bend. So if you're having a bad elbow day, this is a great way, and you still are working your biceps and your triceps. Kind of push on the weight with your pinkies no matter what you're doing. So whether you're doing a kickback or a long push, just using all of your arm there. Nice job. We're going to sit down next. So let's put our weights down because that's one. Grab your chair real quick. Sit on the front edge. And bring your band up to thigh. Quickly, quickly, quickly. You're going to sit on the front edge of the chair. And we're going to do what's called a flutter kick. So your feet are just barely off the floor, doing this little tiny kick. And if you don't want to do the flutter kick, you can do a little bitty tiny bicycle right there at the bottom. The band works to help you keep your legs together. It doesn't hold them together, but it keeps them in the same place. So flutter kick, and if you need to have your heels on the floor and lift one at a time, that works. You can do a little bicycle. Anything to just kind of work on that very long ab section. And yes, I'm holding onto my chair. Just little kick, little bicycle, whatever you want to do right there. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stand up and pick up one of our weights. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and stand right back up. Shake those legs out. Get one weight. Open stance. Set your heels and bring that weight right in front of you. Right here like this and pull your elbows in. And then you're just going to throttle that turkey right there. So you're sitting into your hips and you're just going to shake that weight right there. This is a cardio workout. You're just shaking the weight. So you feel all of your body and it sounds like you're doing this because you are. And you're in tune with your body. Your heart rate's going up because you're just working right here by your heart. We still have 20 seconds to go. Just shake it. Arms are working. Legs, hips, they're passive. There you go. Good. Just shake it. Just shake it. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Pick up your other weight and sit down on the front edge of your chair. Hold your weights in V hold so they're nice and long. Wide knees. And let's just take it side to side. This is where we get to stretch a little bit. Keeping our shoulders in line with our hips. Good. Your arms are nice and long. I think next time I'll put shake weight at the beginning. My heart rate is going, okay, what did you do? Yeah. Good. Nice chance for us to just lean side to side and stretch everything out. The goal is not to touch the floor. The goal is to keep your shoulders and your hips in line. And we jokingly call this the pick up the remote move. Because when you're really stretched out, you will be able to lean over the side of your chair and pick up your remote. And that is number 1. Walk your feet in. You're going to set your weights to the side and take your band off. All right. Okie dokie. Now, go ahead and push your chair out of the way. We will not need that anymore. And I'm going to turn the music off. Woo. All right, everybody take a nice deep breath. We're going to do our little breathing thing that we did a while ago, not to completely calm ourselves down, but just to kind of bring it down a skosh. Nice tall position. I'm going to breathe in for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. Ready? Again. And our breathing helps us do two or three different things. Number 1, at the beginning, it helps us to get oxygenated and kind of settle our mind and get ready to go. In the middle of the workout, it helps us to resettle our mind, not necessarily to slow everything down, but like I said, to reset. And then, of course, at the end, using the same set of breaths, we use it to calm ourselves down after having worked out. So it's amazing that the same exact thing can either help rev you up, settle you, calm you down. It's great. We're going to do clock steps. So what I want you to do is you're in your middle of your space. Everybody knows what your clock looks like. I'm going to tell Snotty British Lady to talk to you. And what I want you to be thinking about is if she says an even number, so you can step, you can always step. But if she says an even number, your arms go forward. Okay. So think EF, even forward. And then odd, out. Just that simple. Everybody even forward and odd out. So if I say 2, where do your arms go? 5, 7. Very good. So what we're going to do, she's going to be 40. We're going to do 40 beats for the minute. And you're just going to be thinking even forward, odd out. Okay. And I will be the one counting. So I will not be demonstrating this because I need to watch you and listen to Snotty British Lady talk to me. She's the highlight of my day. All right. Everybody ready? So remember, you can step to the numbers. Your feet are going to want to do that anyway, but your arms have to do forward or out. So this is memory, cognition, auditory cues, and motor processing speed that we're working on. And she's going to start with 12, just so you know. So she's going to go in order because I'm giving you guys a fighting chance. Ready? And 12. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 10. 12. 9. 4, 3, 8, 7. All right, that's the end of the list. Now what I want you to do is we're going to add weights to that. So you know that you have a forward movement on even numbers and you have a sideways arm movement on odd numbers. So our forward movement on even numbers is a curl and our sideways movement is chicken wings. So you curl your weights up to your shoulders and down, or you keep it here and you just go like this. So you can make it a shorter movement. And the chicken wing is just literally lifting your elbows and coming back. So the weights don't have to move. Lift your elbows, come back, curl. Lift your elbows, come back, curl. So you can, if you keep your arms at 90 degrees, you can curl, you can chicken wing. Make it super efficient for yourself. Now we are going to speed it up. She's going to go to 50, which is our normal standard starting point. And I'm going to take the prompts off. So she has got a 1 in 12 chance of starting with 12. Let's go up to 50. We're going to keep it still at 1 minute. All right. So everybody get your weights, have them at 90 degrees. Remember, curl, chicken wings. So forward movement, sideways movement, still the same thing, slightly different movement in that same zone. Here we go. 9, 6, 2, 4, 3, 11, 5, 7, 8, 10, 1, 12, 12, 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 4, 2, 11, 5, 7, 9. All right. How did you do? Hands up if you did okay. All right. If you did okay. And remember, you always have a choice. When this gets more compounded, you can choose to continue to move your feet or stand entirely still. You can just do arms. You can just do legs. You always have a choice. I'm going to ask you to put your weights down for the last round and just move your hands. You're going to curl them up or take them out to the side because we're going to speed it up to 60. And then we're going to do our cool down. All right. Everybody ready? In position. Remember, feet are optional at this point. Arms are forward and out. Here we go. 6, 10, 1, 5, 3, 8, 4, 9, 7, 11, 2, 12, 6, 7, 10, 9, 1, 11, 8, 4, 5, 3, 12, 2, 12, 11, 4, 1, 5. Good job, guys. Good job. Put your weights down. Shake your arms out. Let's do our breathing one more time. So we're going to use this as kind of the way to take ourselves down. We'll do 3 rounds of this. So I want you to go ahead and get into a little bit of a wide stance. Make sure that your knees are soft, that your ankles are soft, and your hips are soft. So you're not, pulling your cheeks in or anything or bowing your back. Your hips are soft. Feel from here to here in that 4. And I apologize if my nose whistles at you, okay? So here we go. Again. One more. And then, of course, we're going to do one last back assessment. So feet together. I'm turning sideways just so you can see. Feet together. Lock those heels out. Remember to keep your back safe. Arms are going down. Just bend into it. Nice and slow. Listen to your body. You want to go down as far as you can. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. And then with your chin, start leading everything back up. Let everything roll into place and set. Let's do a little bit of hip hula here. Let's do 3. And then the other way. And I hope that your back feels a little looser than it did when we started. We assessed it 3 times just to kind of feel where it's going. So I hope your back is in good condition. I hope you enjoyed what we did today, and we'll catch you on the flip side.